Hello, my name is Seamas, and for my capstone presentation, the organization that I chose is Rise Supplements. Now, Rise Supplements launched in 2017, and they are a sports nutrition company specializing in selling fitness supplements, so protein powders, pre-workouts, creatine monohydrate, as well as ready-to-drink energy drinks. Their mission is to help ordinary people with their long-term fitness goals by fueling their greatness. And they started as a direct-to-consumer company, so they would sell their products online, and they became widely successful. And in 2022, they started making their transition to selling into big box retailers, so Walmart and Target, for example. And the practices that they use to become so successful in the direct-to-consumer market won't reflect the same results in the big box retail market. So the guiding question that I chose is, how will Rise Supplements' culture and decision making affect their transition from direct to consumer market to big box retailers, and what changes do they have to make in order to adapt? One of the first key reasons as to why Rise was able to get so successful in the online space was because of their culture. And I want to start this slide out by saying that the industry, the fitness supplement industry, is very externally focused, and that's because all of the brands in the industry sell the same type of products. And so you have to lead by innovation in order to stand out and build customer loyalty. So take the David bar, for example. What they do to stand out is that in their protein bars, they have an ingredient called EPG, and it is a type of fat that doesn't get fully digested in the human body. Therefore, it lowers the total calorie count of the bar without sacrificing the protein amount. And that's just one of the ways that one of the many brands in the industry just leads by innovation to stand out of the industry. And what Rise has done in order to do that is to build an adhocracy culture around the industry. And an adhocracy culture that is very much leading by innovation, taking risks in order to get ahead of everyone else. And they do that by two major ways. Their first way of standing out was creating these flavor collaborations with brands such as Kool-Aid, Sunny D, Bazooka Gum, and Skippy Peanut Butter, and to bring those flavors into their line of products. And what you notice here is that these aren't trendy flavors of the current day. These are nostalgic flavors that people haven't tasted since their childhood. And the second thing that they would do is influencer marketing. So what they would do is that they would partner with influencers in the fitness industry, such as Noel Diesel and Casey Kelly, and they would make them Rise athletes, where they would advertise the brand to increase brand awareness, and sometimes they would even give them codes to use on the Rise website to get a discount, as well as making them their own signature protein powder flavor that they could also even further advertise the brand for. And these two keys come with big risks as per an adhocracy culture, meaning that the flavor collaborations have lots of licensing fees that are very expensive, and the influencer marketing, because these influencers are unfiltered, they could stir up a bit of controversy, and that would hurt the brand image. And the success of this leads back to the industry. This is Rise's way of innovating in the market in order to stay ahead of its competitors. And the issues that arise with making their transition to big box retail would be that these stores, they want to sell items that have predictable outcomes, or in other words, that are going to sell. So if they are stocking items that are kind of risk-taking in the industry, they may be less inclined to stock those or stock lots of them. And second is that the influencer marketing really only works online, because the customers both in Walmart and Target, they are the generalized public. Nearly everyone goes in there, not just hardcore gym goers who also watch these influencers online. The next key aspect into why Rise was so successful in their online space is their decision-making process. So to start, a lot of their decisions are actually programmed decisions, and that's mainly the process of making new flavors or new products, as there's a lot of testing and like what ingredients to use, third-party testing to kind of back up those ingredients, as well as making sure the flavor that they are making is also accurate into what it is advertising. So if it's an orange creamsicle flavor pre-workout, they want to make sure that they get the formula right, as well as is it going to actually taste like orange creamsicle. And not every decision that Rise can make can be a programmed decision, because if they take their time with every decision that they make, they're going to fall behind in the industry. So where does Rise cut corners and make non-programmed decisions? And that's with the types of flavors that they use. So as you can see here, they often repeat the same flavor in different lines of products. So for the example here, I have the Kool-Aid Tropical Punch in their pre-workout, their energy drink, as well as their Clear Whey powder in both the powder form as well as the ready-to-drink bottle form. And also too, that heuristic decision making, those quick decisions that they use just based on instincts, also reflects back to the customers when they're shopping for their supplements. So for example, if I'm looking in the aisle for protein powders, or if I'm online shopping this in for the first time and I need to determine which one to get, I will look at this Kool-Aid flavor and I think to myself, oh, I have had Kool-Aid before, I know that flavor is going to be pretty good, because I don't want to spend all this money on a flavor that I don't know if I'm going to like or not. So it creates a easy decision for customers to make, because they already know what flavor is going to be good. And why do accuracy and efficiency matter in the fitness supplement industry when it comes to decision making? And that is because it is very fast-paced and competitive. So if you know you're going to take an opportunity to capitalize on something, you must do it quickly. And to give you an example, this is between two of Rise Supplements' competitors, Ghost Energy and Gorilla Mind. And in March of last year, Ghost Energy ended its partnership with Modelo's, which was the parent company of Swedish Fish. So they can no longer sell the Swedish Fish flavor, and it upset a lot of people, because that was the only energy drink flavor in this industry that tasted like Swedish Fish. And it only took another competitor, Gorilla Mind, 9 months to make their own version of the Swedish Fish flavor to capitalize on the customers lost from Ghost Energy, because they no longer sell that flavor. So the industry is very fast paced, so it's important to find a balance between those programmed decisions, taking the time to make sure that everything is accurate, as well as making those other decisions quickly, which is the efficiency part. And what does this have to do with Rise making their transition to the big box retail space? And that is because they are implementing a growth strategy here. So they are expanding into this new market. They're increasing their footprint from not just online to being almost everywhere in the whole country, and that is to increase revenue. The practices that they've used to become successful in the online and direct consumer market space isn't going to have the same results in the big box retail space. So what recommendations can we give? The first would be to sell more predictable products. They need to target new customers. So normally with their products, they are targeting the hardcore fitness goers who are consuming pre-workouts, protein powder, high caffeinated energy drinks. They need to make new products to sell in these retail stores that target the more lifestyle type of gym goers, or even just people who don't even work out at all. And this is actually one of the products that they've created and that they're selling in those big box retail stores right now. It is a type of energy drink where it is in a smaller can, so clearly competing with brands such as Celsius and Alani. They have less caffeine in them than their normal energy drinks, as well as they have protein in them as well. So it's more of a lifestyle drink than a drink to fuel during workouts. So they're clearly targeting those more lifestyle type gym goers, because that's where they would normally shop, and not in any specialty stores such as Vitamin Shop or GNC. And they can take this even a step further by making more of these ready-to-drink products, because they're much more of an impulse buy than a 30 tub serving of pre-workout. So they could do ready-to-drink protein drinks as well as hydration drinks as well. And second, the other recommendation would be to sell exclusive flavors. They will create new flavors based on the stores they're selling. So they might have an exclusive protein powder flavor in Walmart, or maybe an exclusive energy drink flavor in Target, and that would make more of an incentive to go to these stores to sell their products, as well as make it a little bit harder for those stores to not stock them on shelves. And that is it.